The major concern for many students are that how they should understand the history of English literature. And by understanding history of English literature, you're going to understand the complete British literature and the very basic of how English established in literature in the world and what are the significant changes we found today. Okay? So through this video, I will try to explain you in a very easy concept with very easy concept so that you are not going to forget in your life that what actually and how you should understand. So history of English literature, understanding through story in episode English literature and with all in all the ages. We will try to understand. So remember the very first thing, there are, if we will exclude the minor ages, we have 12 ages in English literature, remember. Okay. And in that 12 ages, you have to remember all the important events, incidents, events, all the important contributors, the writers, all the important inventions that pushed English to establish its wings in literature, okay, that we study today. And most important, we need to understand that how actually English started from when the period was and who were the people who brought this concept of English. And you all know that English, how it became and later how it spread its wing in India. Okay, so let's start the class. Hello everyone, welcome to new session for December 2026. We are going to start the classes, and remaining we have discussed the very basic thing that you have to join the membership to not to miss any important class, and you must stay connected to the channel so that you cannot miss anything, any update, any class, any notes, or anything else regarding this channel or your preparation journey. Okay, so let's start the class. Do subscribe the channel and share to all the literature students who find it difficult in understanding the literature, its history, its wings, its contributors, and everything else that is. Okay, so let's start. So in English literature, we know that we have a very first age, which is also called Old Age English or the Anglo-Saxon age. Old English or the Anglo-Saxon age. So how and who are the people? You know that English was started with the invasion of the Anglo-Saxons who spread their wings in Britain, earlier known, and later how it became Britain. Angle, who also the name we get England. So the time period you must remember is 450 to 1066 AD and later this Anglo-Saxon age. So remember, the story of English literature begins, it's very easy to understand, in Britain with Germanic tribes. Okay, Germanic tribes include Anglo-Saxons and Jutes. Okay, Anglo-Saxons and Jutes, these were the three tribals. Combinedly we call them as Anglo-Saxons people who invaded Britain, and they arrived and laid the foundation of a new language. They were speaking different dialects, and those dialects combined and became English. So English is not initially a proper language, full language, but it is a mixture of French, it is a mixture of Latin, it is a mixture of German. So these are the different languages that form English language. Okay, they brought their culture, they brought their tradition, they brought their rituals, and they brought their dialect. And this is how English started. So let's understand. Remember 450 AD, the historical background of Anglo-Saxon. You must not forget to understand. So 450 AD, Germanic tribes arrive in Britain. In 597 AD, they introduced Christianity. Remember, before Anglo-Saxons, there were no sign of Christianity and there was no sign of any Christian. So you must understand later Christian introduced. Okay. 800 AD, remember, it was the unification under the King Alfred Great. King Alfred Great is a very popular name, and it is also most repeated questions in English literature for any competitive exam. 1066 AD, later it Norman conquest, and here when Norman conquest arrived, it was the end of old section English and old age English or the Anglo section English when Norman conquest arrived in the war of Battle of Hastings. Okay, remember this. Then you need to understand that who were the Anglo-Saxons. Anglo-Saxons around 5th century AD, they were the three Germanic tribes from Europe. They crossed the North Sea and settled in Britain. So Britain is earlier was known as Britain. Okay, remember. And from Britain we also get the name Britain, and Anglo became England. They were pageants, warriors, farmers, and the storytellers. The people who were majorly formed in the Anglo section, so they were majorly the people who are the part of any pageants. They were the warriors, they were the farmers, and many of them were storytellers. They brought with them their language, their customs, their heroic traditions, their rituals, and their language like German. They were speaking German, they were speaking French, they were speaking Latin. So all the combination, all the mixture of the different languages brought by these Anglo-Saxon peoples. In 597 AD, Christianity was introduced by Saint Augustine. Remember, it's very important. It slowly influenced their life and literature. So once Saint Augustine introduced Christianity in 597 AD, so remember the time period of Anglo-Saxon, it is, and 597 AD Christianity introduced here, and then later how influenced their life, that means Anglo-Saxon people's life and the literature. So it is about that. Just I told you the historical background, that how it came and what was the time period for this specific. And here you must remember the important writers we have. Most of the works are unknown authors. So you once you know, if you want to know that who are the most important writers, and who are also anonymous, because they have written the work and there is no sign of any writer's name in the history, the ecclesiastical body that we study, or any other. So the anonymous, most of the writers, like the most important work we have Beowulf. Beowulf, the writer is anonymous. We don't know who has written the work. Cadwan, the first known English poet, a cowherd who turned poet and saint. His hymn is the earliest known English poem. So Cadwan is very important here in Anglo-Saxon. Bede, the Venerable Bede, is also called highly knowledgeable, who was a monk and a scholar, and his work is a valuable source of Anglo-Saxon history. So these are the important writers you must understand. Then we have the most important work, Beowulf, which is an epic from Anglo-Saxon age. The greatest work of Anglo-Saxon literature. It tells the story of a hero, remember Beowulf, and his battles to save, how he fought, and later he transferred his legacy to his loyal warrior Wiglaf. This story revolves around the battle. The Wanderer, it is a poem of exile and longing. The Seafarer, it is a poem about a sea voyage and loneliness. The Battle of Maldon, it is a heroic poem about a battle against Vikings and the ecclesiastical history of the English people by Bede. It is a prose work that records the history of England. If you want to understand the British history or English of British literature or the history of English literature, you can read this work. It is very helpful. Okay. This was their manuscript. Remember, You must remember in old section age, the most important features that they used to follow while writing the work was alliterative words. It is later revival in medieval age. That is also very important. So alliterative words, it is a repetition of initial sounds in words. Example is also given here. Strong Christian influence along with old pagan element, simple and direct language they used to write in their work, and they focus on collective life but not individuality. Okay, the way we do in a romantic age they brought. So their major focus was on collective life. One thing you must remember about old section English, Anglo-Saxon age, that their nature of literature, once the people started writing literature, their poetry, their work, so they're mainly the work was written, not written, but they were reciting, oral. Okay, so they were speaking. They passed down through the minsters called scopers or gleemen. Remember, the themes that they majorly followed was bravery, loyalty, fate, good versus evil, religion, and nature. Remember the main genres of Anglo-Saxon age and nature of literature they used to write. They written Old English using runic alphabet at first, and later it became Anglo-Saxon script. So Anglo-Saxon script, remember it is given here, but the earlier they used to write was runic. It is very important, and it is also already asked questions by NTA. The main genres they used to explore in the work: heroic poetry, religious poetry, elegies, and prose, combining histories and religious. So heroic poetry, religious poetry, and elegies. Heroic poetry you can also find in medieval age. So these are the highlights of Anglo-Saxon age, how it became. Remember, Anglo-Saxon age started with the invasion of Anglo-Saxon Jutes people in Britain, and they brought their own dialect, their own language, different language, and those language become collectively form English. Earlier, it was a dialect, and later it was shaped, reshaped, and later on it became a proper language. Okay, so there were a lot of contributions, not only the Anglo-Saxon. We need to study about that which age influence and defeated Anglo-Saxon age, and spreaded its wing, and then later after all the ages we will study. Okay, so this is the highlights of Anglo-Saxon age. You must remember that who are the Anglo-Saxon peoples, and what were their dialects, their language they used to speak, their nature of the literature they used to write, the main genres they used to follow while writing, the important writers of Anglo-Saxon age, important works you must remember. Anonymous writers, the most important work you must remember is Beowulf, which is written in the complete line 3182, 3182 lines. Okay, and all the important characters of this, because NT asked about the character also. So characters of Beowulf is very important. Now let's solve the few questions also regarding Anglo-Saxon age. Remember, Anglo-Saxon age is called the root of English literature because it laid the foundation of dialect of English. Okay. Here are the questions for you. The Anglo-Saxon period extended from, you have the options. The options are just added after the questions, you must know. Anglo-Saxon period extends from, here is the option A, option B, option C, and option D. So Anglo-Saxon age, you must remember, it is 450 to 1066 AD. Beowulf belongs to a Middle English, Old English, Elizabethan, or Victorian. So it's clear cut, option B, Old English. The first known English poet is Cynewulf, Cadman, Bede, or Alfred. So it is option B, Cadman. Old English is also known as Anglo-Norman, Anglo-Saxon, Middle English, or Early Modern English. So Old English is also known as Anglo-Saxon. Okay. Then you have, which work is an Old English elegy? The Fairy Queen, the Seafarer, Piers Plowman, the Canterbury Tales. So correct answer, the Seafarer. These type of questions you can practice related with the Anglo section, you must remember. So this is just the trailer. How do you like the concept? How do you like the class? Please let me know so that I can continue with the further episodes, or I should quit here and start with some other way. Okay. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Do take care of yourself. Subscribe the channel. Share to all the literature students. Now it's high time that you must prepare for December cycle instead of keep waiting for English answer keys for June 2026 exam. And subscribe and please join the membership so that we cannot miss any update regarding the channel and your preparation. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself and bye bye.